last pick. If it doesn't get swapped though, that means, you know, the bright side is their lowest MMR player is playing mid. Wait, what? Wait. What? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my 19 armor page because it's either a mid Jarvan or a mid Nasus or a mid Volibear, and they all do a lot of physical damage. So I'm just gonna run my page that has 19 armor, and they won't be able to do anything. That's all you gotta do against a team like this. Just stack armor. Looks like it's gonna be mid Jarvan. I'm really glad I have my 19 MR page here, or 19 armor page here, because Jarvan generally takes a lot of armor pen, and his Q shreds armor as well. His Dragon Strike reduces a percentage of your armor. So it's important to have a decent amount of armor so you don't just get shredded down to nothing. I've never seen AP Volibear. I've actually played against a Volibear mid and ranked, but he had armor pen. Anyways, so Jarvan's duo with Nasus. Jarvan is he's got armor pen, he's got attack damage, armor, and magic resist per level. But it looks like he set up his page incorrectly. A lot of people do this. I don't understand why. So if you're gonna take armor pen and AD, what you should be running is armor pen reds and AD quints. But what he has is AD reds and armor pen quints. And straight up, if you look at the values, it's just like straight up less stats. Like straight up, you're just giving up free stats essentially. Can I? There we go. And I'll show you what I mean.
I am in control.
Who's jungle? The Volibear's jungle. Alright, so let's take a look at his rune page. So he's got AD reds, armor pen quints, and he's got these stats that he has are 7.7 armor pen and 8.5 damage. And then the page that I'm going to show you that I use if I want to have that, wait, no, this is it, which has armor pen reds and AD quints, is 11.5 armor pen, 6.8 damage. So the difference in damage is 1.7, 1.8? Fuck, I can't do math, apparently. It's 1.7. So you're losing out on 1.7 AD to gain 3.8 armor pen. Almost 4 armor pen gain. So it's like a 2 AD difference for 4 armor pen. Would you rather have 4 more armor pen or 2 more AD? Obviously 4 more armor pen. So basically he just has like a rune page which is just, it's not a huge deal, don't get me wrong. It's not like he's gonna lose the game because of this, but you know, in terms of min-maxing, which is like a concept that, you know, if you've played World of Warcraft, you'd be familiar with. In terms of just like getting the most out of everything you possibly can, and being as efficient as possible, and getting every little edge you can in every way, he's just like slightly behind already in terms of the stats he could have running that type of a rune page. And he started Flask, so not a very aggressive start. He's trying to do that to deal with my harassment, which is actually a pretty smart move, because if he doesn't, he'll get harassed really hard. And he did a good job juking there. He actually walked in front of the minion so that my Q wouldn't hit him. And I missed another Q. That's pretty bad. Should have been able to hit that. Does he have movement? How does he have 10 extra movement speed? Where does that come from? Like, where is he getting 10 movement speed from? He doesn't have boots. I didn't think he doesn't have movement speed quints. Where does he get 10 movement speed to dodge abilities with? Oh, he had level 2, he's gonna all-in me, or cheese me, put in some free damage. Take a fucking turret shot in the process. He doesn't even place his ward, and he's literally taking turret shots, like tower diving. If my jungler were here, he would just be straight up dead, like guaranteed dead. Because he had already used his E to go in on me, which means that he has no E to like combo out. So with no wards, to make moves like that is fucking retarded. And here comes my jungler, so... Oh fuck, I just missed my stun, I suck. But I baited him to go on me. It was totally intended. Okay, well, I misplayed that really hard. But I got the kill, so it's alright, because he made a big mistake. So that's good.
I am in control.
But I did really misplay that really hard. Like, I thought he was going to go for the CS, so I dropped my stun on top of the CS, and he just didn't go for it. He was just like, I don't need minions. Who gives a fuck about farming? Mid laners don't need to farm. Fuck that. And he just, like, walked over to the side and totally ignored the minions. So my stun completely missed. Like, by a long shot. But it's alright, because then the fact that my stun had missed, he was like, oh, he's got no stun? Bam, go in! Again, not having put down a ward. And then once I flashed on, he ignited me, so I just flashed the second he ignited, knowing that if he got like two more auto attacks, I was gonna die. So I just flashed away immediately, and I think when he saw Fiddlesticks coming, he was like, well, I'm gonna die anyways, and he flashed to try to like get the kill on me under the turret. And since I ignited him, the last turret shot got the kill, and I got first blood. Sadly, Fiddlesticks didn't get an assist, and he just died, I guess, in the top lane. But oh man, that's a lot of minions. That is a lot of minions.
People fear what they cannot understand.
I'm gonna miss some mid, but I think it's more valuable for me to pick up all these in the top lane. There's a lot of XP. Nope, JK. By the time I get there, they'll like almost all of them will be dead. Better to just go pick up the farm in the mid lane. Yeah, like they would all be dead, and then I would get back to mid lane and miss all that shit too.
This power is mine to command. More. I can be so much more.
That's a bad cue.
I will not be restrained. Easily.
I could have probably stunned him earlier, but I was kind of trying to wait for his movements because I didn't want to miss the stun again like a bad. It's alright, because Volibear was there, and then I didn't really want to go all in on that while Volibear was there, so it ended up working out. So he wasted his flag toss. I can kind of just auto attack harass him to death as long as I don't walk near his flag, and then he can just still combo me. He doesn't like have to cast it like while he casts the flag. He can do it at any point in time to his flag. Oops, I missed a minion while I was moving my items around. I missed his knockup.
What's up, man? This is Big Sean. Right here on Spider.
A whole world to toy with.
Oh, alright, he comboed away.
Praying to a sky all black, looking at the stars like they finna talk back.
This power is mine to command.
Fuck, I just missed that one. What? Oh, my W was still on cooldown. I was like, what? I clicked the minion. Why didn't no pick it up? I'm bad. Alright, I'm just gonna go back and buy 2 cloth armors so I can build towards my Seeker's Arm Guard. Again, they have like nothing but physical damage on this team, so a really fast Seeker's Arm Guard is gonna be extremely cost efficient for me. I'm actually gonna sell 1 potion for ward as well. I don't need quite as many potions now that I have double armor so that his harassment won't do as much damage to me.
Control.
I'd rather have more ward coverage. I don't like when junglers like don't time their buffs and are in a bad position when a buff spawns. It's not a big deal. It's not like, oh, well, I'm getting my blue buff a minute late. That's not the problem. It's that if there's a good jungler... Alright, well, actually, Volibear's there.
Try to stop me.
Jarvan's probably there, too. If there's a good jungler on the enemy team that sees that, they're like, oh, you're at my bottom lane, and I know your blue buff is spawning right now. I'm just going to go steal that shit, and they could just steal the blue buff.
Fear what they cannot
So Jarvan went bot, but they escaped it, so that's good. I'm going to try to solo the blue. I do have double cloth armor, so and 19 armor in my rune page, so I won't take too much damage from blue buff, relatively speaking, to what I normally would take. It will use up a lot of my armor, but I'll get that back from blue buff, of course. A lot of my mana is what I meant to say. Use up my armor. Sunder my armor. As you can see, like, I didn't even pop a potion. And it really didn't do that much damage to me. Double cloth plus 19 armor, Maroon Page OP. What the fuck? Graves and Leona stayed and died when they knew that Jarvan was still there. And they just gave 2 more kills to Volibear. Are you fucking kidding me? 5-0 Volibear? You knew he was there. You had already backed off from the gank and you went back into farm when you knew he was there. And you're just feeding the jungler that hard. God damn it, I hate when this happens.
I am in control. By force of will.
Oh fuck, I don't do enough damage. So I built double cloth, I don't have any ability power items. Forgot when I was farming that.
Easily.
Alright, even though I have blue buff and this is going to waste some of blue buff, it's worth it for me to go get my Seeker's Arm Guard stacking. Because that item is really cost efficient.
By force of will.
Oh, don't get double killed. Oh, nice. I did not realize Graves still had his ult in that trade. That was sick.
Jealous fools.
Alright, they give Jarvan blue. He's building a Hex Drinker first, which is a smart move. Can you guys just back out and not die, please?
I am in control. Barriers exist to be broken. My potential is limitless. Let them try to stop me.
Great, fed Volibear. Perfect.
I can be so much more. A whole world to toy with. People fear but cannot understand. This power is mine to command.
Oh, cool. They gave double buff to Jarvan. That's fantastic. Good job, guys. Thanks for feeding my lane as hard as you possibly could. For absolutely no fucking reason when you knew he was coming down.
By force of will.
Oh, is there Jarvan coming? Let's just keep fighting. For absolutely no fucking reason at all. No objectives to defend. Just because we feel like fighting a losing fight. We're the smartest.
Let them try to stop me.
Makes me so sad. At least I'm up a shitload of CS. Get outplayed.
More.
Well, that was good.
So much
He made the stupid mistake of thinking he'd get all in me, when he clearly couldn't. The thing is, Jarvan ult has a shorter cooldown than Flash, and I need Flash to not die to Jarvan ult. So if I don't have Flash up, I just die to it, but I had Flash up that time, so that was good.
a whole world to toy with.
Do I need...
This power is mine to
So basically, like, he jumped on me, I just slowed him with a minion because I didn't have a sphere ready. And once I had slowed him, I got behind him, dropped a sphere, and stunned him as he ulted me, so he couldn't continue to do damage. and then ulted him and ignited him, and then flashed away. The only reason I had to flash away was because of his Hex Drinker. If he didn't have Hex Drinker, I would have just killed him there and I wouldn't have had to flash away. But since he has Hex Drinker, I had to flash away so he wouldn't get the extra auto or 2 off that would have killed me there. Auto plus Q would have killed me.
People fear what they cannot
I
understand.
guess I'll just go solo blue again. Fiddle doesn't like helping with buffs.
My potential is limitless. This is what I live for.
Alright, I'm level 11. I have 107 ability power.
This power is mine to command. A whole world to toy with.
Is Shen or Lee Sin better top, and which is stronger?
I can be so much
It's a really tough question to answer. I think Lee Sin is stronger in lane. Shen, you know, has a bigger global presence for his team because of his ultimate.
Let them try to
But in terms of like which is actually gonna win lane, like as Lee Sin, if you're good at Lee Sin, almost any champion in the top lane you can beat. If you play well enough, almost any champion you can beat by just playing well enough.
people fear.
And it's not just like beat, like Shen might go even on CS with other top laners. Like you're gonna beat them. Like you can actually just like kill them, out CS them, push in their turret, make a nuisance of yourself in the top lane so the enemy jungler has to come help and stuff. Whereas with Shen, that's very, very difficult to do. Got it.
I am in control.
They've got that no problem. I'm gonna keep pushing the turret. Dragon and a turret is obviously better than just dragon.
My potential is limitless.
I think she just used her net. Yeah, she's totally fucked.
Nothing.
My stun interrupted her net, so she got way too close when the turret was already about to die. Pretty risky move of hers.
By force of will.
Alright, so I'm 5-0. I'm at 136 CS to Jarvan's 81. So I'm up 55 CS right now. And I have a much better score. So even though he did all that roaming and got some kills in the other lanes, and even though Volibear got really fed, I'm still doing really well this game. This is a pretty good game. But I guess to go further into your question about Shen or Lee Sin, like the difference, like Shen is much more focused on slow harass in lane and sustain. Like he has natural sustain built into his kit from his Q,
Fear what they cannot
and
understand.
he just like harasses you. Like he throws Vorpal Blades at you with his Q like all day, and just like slowly whittles people down. And then once they're low enough, he can go in for a big trade with his taunt, with his Shadow Dash taunt. Whereas Lee Sin is all about like bursting people really hard. You don't just like harass them slowly over the course of the lane. You like jump in and fucking burst people down and kill them really quickly. So it's like a different play style.
Is mine to command.
I can afford a DFG, so I should probably go buy that to be honest. But I still have blue buff. If I go back, by the time I get back to lane, my blue buff will be pretty much gone. So I'd rather continue to farm and clear out all these minion waves, not let them get any damage on mid turret, anything like that.
I am in control.
Rampage. An ally has been slain.
Alright, that's a really good buy. I now have DFG, which allows me to kill anybody I want at any time. Since it amplifies magic damage taken by the target by 20% for 4 seconds, that's like with my ultimate, which is tons of burst in the course of a couple seconds, it's just perfect for me. And then I also have Sork Shoes to deal with any little bit of magic resist people have with things like X Drinker. Sadly, Fiddle just gave my lane a kill for pretty much no reason, but it's not a big deal. I'm far enough ahead that it's not gonna like make me lose lane all of a sudden or something like that. It was still pretty stupid of him, but you know, whatever.
Run, playthings. This is what I live
Oh, my E was on cooldown? What the fuck? Tried to E that minion. Wow, they have pink wards everywhere, dude. Like, both sides of my lane are getting pink warded by this Janna. That or she has oracles.
my potential.
Because I keep warding and my wards just keep dying.
An enemy has been slain.
People fear what they cannot understand.
Oh, she has oracle.
Easily.
Rampage.
This power is mine to command.
Oh, that's a huge wave I should farm.
They are nothing to
I just missed the cannon.
more. I can be so much more. Let them try to stop me.
Almost at my ult, 10 seconds.
A whole world to toy with.
Of course, Nasus has a Spirit Visage, so don't do much damage to him.
A whole world to toy with. I am in control. This power is mine to command.
She still have oracle? Yeah, I can't ward anything, she'll just clear it. Dragon to spawn.
An ally has been slain.
My
Well,
potential
that's
is
gonna give him a free
limitless.
dragon. Dying right there was really stupid.
Easily. By force of will.
I had a 5-man stun, but doesn't really matter. Team couldn't really follow up on it. We don't even have our Leona yet. Nice.
I can be so much more. Let them try to stop me.
Shen, keep going. Shen! Oh my god, I just set that up for you. He didn't believe in me. Shen just didn't believe. He didn't think I was gonna hit the stun, so he just sat there farming minions. I like stunned her, max range, through the wall. All he had to do was walk up and Vorpal Blade her once.
Pretty soon, it'll be
A whole world to toy with.
tires of your mountain bike, and on runs, the morning air will fill your lungs.
Alpiona's gotta stop getting caught.
Outside isn't. So come to the REI Fall Season Sale. Save up to 30% on great camping and cycling gear and fall clothing to keep you
Alright,
playing
as much as a Zonios would be nice, what I need right now is a Void Staff. I built Seraphs instead of building Void Staff right away just because my tier is already fully stacked, so having that shield is going to be really valuable. Not to mention the extra AP. Like, I've been stacking tier this entire time, so to all of a sudden get 62 extra ability power from completing that item is really huge. Instead of just having it sitting around as a fully stacked tier. But Void Staff is really going to help me out because, you know, there's the Hex Drinker, there's a Spirit Visage on Nasus. It's just a lot of MR on their team. They're going to build more and more as the game goes on as well. He needs his Zonius.
Let them try to stop me.
That is such a dangerous way to go. I'm so glad he went back towards the try since we know like Volibear is somewhere in the jungle there. Just defending Leona at this point so she can clear wards. I can steal that. Oh, so close. So close.
This power is mine to command. Let them try to stop me. My potential is limitless. Imprisoned no longer.
What? That went right through Volibear. I wanted to use that ult on Caitlyn, but she just wasn't in range the whole fight. They'll probably surrender. I would surrender if I was them and they lost a fight that hard without us even having Baron buff or anything like that. But you never know. It's solo queue. They might be like, no, we can still win if we have a good fight.
A whole world to toy with.
I mean, it was a pretty big waste of my ult, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really did waste my ult that fight. But I didn't want to just be like saving it till the end of the fight. I should have just used it much earlier on one of the tanks, but I didn't want to use it on the tanks in the first place without my Void Staff done. So I probably just should have saved it to use for Caitlyn at the end, but I just couldn't get in range of Caitlyn like the entire fight. But it's alright, the fight worked out. Still, I could have played it much better. I was hitting good stuns though. Like, I didn't have a very good ult, but throughout the fight I was hitting really good AoE stuns. And that's like the most important thing on Syndra. Like, her ultimate's nice, it's flashy, does a lot of damage, bursts a person down, but what really
This power is
what really
mine
matters
to
on
command.
Syndra is those big AoE stuns.
Just fools. More. I can be so much more.
gonna try to come in for a flank on Caitlyn.
Such power. People fear what they cannot understand. Just fools.
Can't even ult before people die, they're so squishy. The DFG's almost up. Should just push, yeah, bot. Bot's a good idea. Shen's ult's up. He could go top if he wanted.
Let them try to stop you. By force of will.
Goodbye.
Prison no longer.
Your team has destroyed.
Flash combo. Oh, okay. That's why. Alright, that was a good game. That was a good game. There was some silly feeding in the early game with team like just not backing off when people were roaming, but that kind of thing always gets me a little bit frustrated. When it's like, okay, I've been stomping on Jarvan, but you're kind of letting him back into the game whenever you give him kills, that kind of a thing. And Volibear was getting really fed, but he didn't really utilize it properly. And I felt like I played pretty well that game. I had almost 10 CS a minute. I didn't ever die against a pretty all-in team comp when you got like Volibear and Jarvan jumping on your face. So I think the 19